So hello there guys, how you all are doing? I hope you all will be doing fine. Welcome back to Rejoin Tech. We are again back with a new video, this time in Rust Nuggets playlist. In this video, we will be thoroughly learning about functions, their different types, some with parameters, some with return types, some nearly normal functions, but we will be going through each one of them with code examples as well as running them in our compiler. Moreover, there is a huge community rush for Rust because Google has recently announced that it is soon going to make it as one of its major languages. So without further ado, let's quickly get into our envim and code out our examples. But before that, I'll explain you on slides the different functions and what are their syntaxes. So here is our slide guys, and this time I'm using Xcali Draw. I mean, this is really good. I tried it. The fonts and all are really awesome. So in functions, we have majorly 4 varieties of function. The first one, which is normal, which neither has a parameter nor returns anything. Second one is function with parameters but doesn't returns anything. Third one is function which only returns but doesn't has a parameter. And lastly, we have a function that has a parameter as well as returns. So this is kind of permutation and combination that I applied to make all the types for your better understanding. Let's first of all know the syntax in Rust. So function is the keyword fn. After that, we have name, which is a variable name. You can have any name, whatever you like in Rust. The default naming convention which we follow for function name is something like my function. That is a snake case letters. So this is what you can replace it here. Instead of having a name here, you can write it as my function. I mean, it's a variable, so it is completely dependent on you, whatever you define it. After that, we have a param name. So this is again a variable name. You can have anything, say for example, name, school underscore name. And after that, we need to declare its type. So the type must be a data type. Wherever I'm writing type, that means a data type. So here, instead of type, we can write say string. Or if you wanna give integers, we can write say i32, something like that. So let's make it as string for now. And later there is one arrow which you can give with hyphen and larger than element. After that, you need to mention this type keyword. So this is not something you need to write, you just write type. And in type, you need to mention again the data type, say for example string, and you are good to go. You can define your function stuffs here, do something, and this is it. This is everything about Rust function syntax. So now let's get into each one of them one by one. So the first one is normal function that doesn't takes any parameter, doesn't returns anything, just prints hello there. So you can see the syntax is the fn keyword. After that, we have a variable function name that is print underscore hello that follows the snake casing. And lastly, we are just printing hello there, and that's it. Our function is done. Now later, we have this second type that is function with parameters. So here you can see the syntax function print underscore hello underscore name, and we have a parameter that is name, which is a string. So we have written the variable name, and after that we have string there. Moreover, this function again prints, but this time it prints hello and whatever name you have supplied in the parameter. So before going to other function details, let's quickly code them out. So we are here guys in our envim. Now let's declare our functions. First of all, let's declare the normal functions, that is print hello. It doesn't returns anything, it's just a println. It just prints hello there. And we are done. Let's call this function print hello. Let's see what is the output. So let's do a cargo r, and I guess we will be good to go. And it prints hello there as we wanted. Now let's define our another type of function that takes parameter print hello to say name, takes a parameter that is name, and we will supply a data type. What should be it? Yes, you are correct. It should be string. Now let's print ln. For printing strings, we can directly give hello and curly brackets. That is kind of a placeholder for printing our name. Now let's call this function print hello name, and name, let's give it as Prajwal, and this is a str, we need to make it as string, so we'll do toString. This is it. Let's print it again, cargo r, and it should print hello Prajwal. So yeah, this was the two functions that we learned. Now let's move to our third type, that is function that returns stuff. So in this we can see again the syntax, that is fn keyword return name, and there is this arrow with string as the return type. So you need to return something from this function. So this is our syntax, return as in all other languages, and we are returning string from Prajwal. So this is one of the varieties in which you can declare a string. The other one was what we just coded. We write it under the quotes and we at last do .toString. So let's code this function again in our envim. So let's go here and let's code it. Function return name, and it doesn't takes any parameter, just returns a string. Now we will write return string : from, and we'll give a name here, say Prajwal. Now let's call this function return name, and we should be good to go. Let's do a cargo r again, should return Prajwal, and you can see there is nothing printed. Why? Can you guess it? Correct. So we are in this part of code only returning a string. So this function returns a string to say our main function, but our main function is doing nothing. So let's say let name equals to return name. Now we will print our name. So this will ensure that we are printing our name. Earlier we were just returning and we were not utilizing that value, so that was of no use. Now when we'll do cargo r, it will give us whatever we wanted. It will give us Prajwal. So yeah, you can see the third output there, that is Prajwal. So this was our third type of function. Now let's go for our fourth type. This is the most complex type. So I mean that is not at all complex. In these four, this is complex. So here again function keyword with return underscore print underscore name. That's too long for a name, but always remember, give something definitive name, that is a name after reading which people can identify what this function is going to do. So here also return print name, that means it returns the name as well and prints it out. So here there is this variable name, parameter name, that is name, which is of type string, and it returns string. So I will give you just 2 seconds of pause so that you guys can code it out on your compiler, so that you can learn while seeing this YouTube video. So you can pause this video now and code it out yourself. So now I will code this out in our compiler. So this is our fourth function, that is print return name or return print name. Let's make it as return print name. And as you remember, this takes name as string and as well returns a string. Now what we will do is we will print ln, and this will be hello. Let's give the name here, and lastly let's return a string. So we can do that using, say we'll return something like Shweta. I don't know, that's a really bad typo I did there, but that's fine. This is complete and we don't need to give the semicolon. So if you don't want to use this return keyword, this is the feature of Rust. You just give the type or variable there without semicolon. It will assume that you are trying to return this one. So this is correct code. Now let's take it out here and we'll do again let name equals to return print name. So we will give a name, say let's make it as Arun, and it's done, and we'll print ln our name as well, because you know it is returning a name as well. So let's make it new so that you can understand in accordance with the previous outputs. So this is done, and it wants a string. We are providing it end str, so we need to enclose it like toString here. So this is done. Let's do a cargo R. So as we thought, let's output it in the bottom terminal. It is showing hello Arun because we provided the name as Arun. So it is printing hello name, that is Arun. And lastly, it is printing new Sweta. Why? Because we provided Sweta here. So this is our output, that is hello Arun and new Sweta. So this is done. This were all the 4 kinds of function. I suggest you to code it out yourself, try tweak things, play with it so that you can learn it quickly. So thank you so much for watching this video. Comment out anything, any queries you want. And if you are new here, kindly subscribe to the channel, because I make these types of video on Rust as well as all different domains I'm trying to explore nowadays. So best of luck guys, see you soon in next video.